Hey guys, today I'm going to be reading 1 Kings chapter 16, and this is showing you about how when the kings were kings over the people, they were reigning over the Israelites, right? And they weren't acting like actual kings. They were living in their sin and causing the Israelites to sin, which made the Lord angry. It made God mad because they weren't put in that position just to live in sin and do the wrong things. So yeah, it was showing you basically how they weren't being actual kings. They were doing what they wanted to do, and they were in this position to reign over the people and be leaders unto them. But not all the kings were good kings when they were reigning over the people. But chapter 16 says, Then the word of the Lord came to Jehu the son of Hanani against Baasha, saying, Forasmuch as I exalted thee out of the dust, and made thee prince over my people Israel, and thou hast walked in the way of Jeroboam, and hast made my people Israel to sin, to provoke me to anger with their sins. Behold, I will take away the posterity of Baasha and the posterity of his house, and will make thy house like the house of Jeroboam the son of Nebat. Him that died of Baasha in the city shall the dogs eat, and him that dieth of his in the fields shall the fowls of the air eat. Now the rest of the acts of Baasha and what he did and his might, are they not written in the book of the chronicles of the kings of Israel? So Baasha slept with his fathers and was buried in Tirzah, and Elah his son reigned in his stead. And also by the hand of the prophet Jehu, the son of Hanani, came the word of the Lord against Baasha and against his house, even for all the evil that he did in the sight of the Lord, in provoking him to anger with the work of his hands, in being like the house of Jeroboam, and because he killed him. In the 26th year of Asa, king of Judah, began Elah the son of Baasha to reign over Israel in Tirzah 2 years. And his servant Zimri, captain of half his chariots, conspired against him as he was in Tirzah, drinking himself drunk, in the house of Arza, steward of his house in Tirzah. And Zimri went in and smote him and killed him in the 27th year of Asa, king of Judah, and reigned in his stead. So this is literally showing you, if you didn't do good, while you were a king, that position is, it was taken away from them. They were killed. This is just, I feel like what happens to you if you don't take it serious, the position that you have. If you're not taking it serious, it will get taken away from you, because it's not something that you really value. It says that he was getting drunk. So, yeah, his servant conspired against him as he was getting drunk. And he killed him. And he wasn't walking in the ways of the Lord. And he was walking in the ways that he wanted to walk in. So, his position was taken away from him, and his life was taken away from him. So, if you know you are special and you have a special duty here on this earth, do not live in sin knowingly. Do not do the things that the Lord told you not to do, because it will not go good for you at all if you are not listening to God. These kings weren't listening to God, what he was telling them. And it ended bad for them. So I feel like if you just literally do what God says, it can only be good for you. If you only listen to his laws and everything that he says is good for us to do. Like, their lives ended in crazy ways. Like, he was killed, and I'm pretty sure it was because of the way he was carrying his position, not really looking at it as something important. Like, it was something important. He was causing Israel to sin, so something had to happen to him. But this just goes to show that we should always listen to the Lord and his instructions. Like, even if it's just walking in his ways, and like, I want to listen to the Lord. I want to do what he says, because I want a good ending. I want to feel joy and peace. I don't want to live in sin. I don't want to cause others to sin. So it's like, I just want to be good. So keep being your good self and keep listening to the Lord and what he tells you. The Lord will never lead you in any wrong. Like, he will always make sure you are right and you are good. Like, if you're doing something wrong, he will point that out to you. He will show you. He will give you clarity. Like, it's just things about the way they handled their position. They weren't really handling it all that great all the time. Not all of them, but a lot of them were just doing their own thing when they were a king. So, yeah, I feel like this is just to tell you to just do what God says. Don't do the opposite of what he says and his laws. Just do what he says and you will do good. You will do good. You will do great in everything. As long as you just keep the Lord first and listen to his instruction.